Aquascape is.
Check out Niggles. He just got fresh water. Well, the exposure's a little high, but look at Niggles. He just got clean water. Clean Niggles tank. I haven't got much work done. Mostly brain rot. Other than this little swipe copy. It was a Gary Halbert ad, but it was just bullets for the most part, other than that first headline, so more bullet practice than anything. But we are not locked in right now, whatsoever. Maybe we will later. Peace. What's up, guys? It's been a minute since I filmed. It's like 5 o'clock, and editing yesterday's video. Been cleaning my room, doing everything I do on a Sunday. I gotta clip my nails and do all that since I didn't do it on Saturday. But I'm just getting my Sunday reset done and editing. I also read How to Write a Good Advertisement, and I'm about to finish the book. I'm like 10 pages away, so I'm gonna finish that. And yeah, we'll see what I get done. But I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace. What's up, guys? We're on the stroll, or I need to start speaking first person. So I'm on the stroll, and I think I'm gonna train neck when I get back. I have a pencil neck, and I want to thicken it up. It's just one of those things where if you do it, it makes your physique look a lot better, and it just makes overall your appearance a lot better. Yeah, it's just something worthwhile. I used to see a lot of people talk about training neck, fitness creators, and I used to do it, but now I've stopped. I've stopped for almost a year, maybe more. I was nervous about straining it and getting hurt, but I'm just gonna do it at this point. We'll see the effects in 10 to 15 years. But in the business, I've gotten quite a bit done. Or actually, no, that's wrong. I've done a little bit though. I've edited 2 videos, so the 2 videos for the weekend are done. It's just a matter of them formatting and then me uploading them. I'm uploading Friday's video or Thursday's video to YouTube, so that should be out for you guys soon. And then also, I finished, or I'm about to finish, How to Write a Good Advertisement. And in that, I've learned like little secrets, and like in this chapter, it's teaching little side notes and secrets that Victor, I'm guessing it's Victor, has learned over the time of being a copywriter, and they're noteworthy secrets that will definitely benefit you. Like one was how to strengthen your headline. Just gave a little example, and it shows how you can implement desire, and changing a few words can really strengthen that headline more than you think. And then he was also talking about some other small stuff, and I can't remember, but if I go back and look, I'll be able to. But I've been reading a lot of that book. I just want to get it done and over with. It's one of those books that I've been reading for way too long, and it's time to get a new one going. I think I'm gonna tear into a sales book because I'm going into sales, and I think I need to tighten up on that skill a little bit more now that I'm going into it. So I'm probably gonna do that. Copied a swipe today. It was more of bullets than anything. Usually my swipes are ads or maybe landing page. No, I haven't done a landing page swipe. Usually they're just old ads This time it was an old ad, but it was just 12 bullets on how to do, I forgot what it was, but it was by Gary Halbert. But I've seen a lot of improvement from copying swipes. That's one of the main movers in my copywriting that has helped me improve over these years making it sound like I'm a veteran, but over the time I've been learning copywriting, this is what's really helped me put down what I learned, because you read the books and they give you an idea of how to format your copy and how to write copy, and then you're reading ads that do just that. So it allows you to see what you're reading like in play. You're seeing what everything you're learning actually go down on a sales letter or on an ad, and it helps a lot. And then you also gain knowledge from writing those ads, because you'll gain like little lines that you like, or headlines. You'll always be able to remember them and rewrite them for maybe an ad you're doing or a sales page. It always comes back to you when you need it. And that actually reminds me, one of the big things that I learned in this like side note chapter in Victor Schwab's book was the art of the unconscious. How your unconscious can do so much for you when you don't use it, or when you use it. So your unconscious is so important, and if you guys didn't know, it probably puts in more work for you than when you're actually putting in the actual groundwork. So what do I mean by that? I've talked about it before, but you have an unconscious computer, and when you're conscious and thinking about an idea and it's hard to think about, sometimes getting away from the computer, getting away from that book and letting your brain just sit on that idea will produce some of the best ideas, some of the best outputs you could ever ask for. And it's the power of the unconscious. I don't know why it works the way it works. I don't think any of us can actually explain why it works, but it does. And it works very well for us as copywriters. The only issue is you got to put down the pen and paper and just sit. And it may happen when you're sleeping or when you wake up in the middle of your sleep. It may happen when you're in the gym, but you'll get a really good idea. It could be a headline, could be whatever. But your unconscious will just start working for you, and it'll bring some of the best ideas. And that was something he was speaking on, was that unconscious computer. And it's gave me some of the best headlines I could think of. And then I'll put that headline on paper, and then I keep editing it, and it gives me amazing stuff. So the unconscious computer, the secret that we all wish we understood. It's amazing, and I'm very thankful for it, because when I got into copywriting, I didn't understand that it was going to be so important. And I kind of realized how important it was after the fact. I didn't know that what it was doing was right. I always thought you had to be on pen and paper to create good pieces of copy, but good pieces of copy, I think, start in the mind before they start on paper. Because you research, you do all of this hard work to just figure out the subject, figure out the product, and then you let your mind just cook. And once it cooks, bam, you get a crazy idea, and then you get a crazy headline, and then you write on that, and then you sell millions of dollars worth of this product. And I always thought copywriting was the opposite. It was just groundwork. But a lot of times copy is more in the mind than it is writing. And it definitely shows once you get a little bit more experience. You'll learn to stay away from the paper sometimes and just let your mind do what it needs to do. And I'm not advocating brain rot, but sometimes that's where brain rot comes into play, because while you're brain rotting, you get an amazing idea. or you see a video that gives you an amazing headline idea, and then you add on that headline idea and it becomes something great. But yeah, that's the process of the unconscious computer. So I do remember a little bit of what I read, but today I haven't been the most locked in, but as much as I want to say no excuses, I do have a valid excuse. I just wasn't home, and I still made somewhat of my day's worth it, even with the time I had, because I still did everything I do on a Sunday, my Sunday reset. What else? I edited 2 videos. I just did everything that was necessary, and I'm still gonna get some work in. So today was still a solid day, and I got a lot of reading in, a lot of swipe copying, which I enjoy. Today was still a solid day for what went on, and I've been going to the gym, staying consistent. I'm just getting my life back on track. Tomorrow starts my new job, going to training, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna have a Wolf of Wall Street experience where I get bullied and then become the best of the best salesman. But it'll be fun. It'll be a good experience. I'm gonna learn a lot. I'm gonna be around a lot of people who make a lot of money, and they'll hopefully help me out. I'm not expecting them to give me all their secrets, but I'll be able to learn from them and grow in my sales career. I'm just trying to stay consistent and stay on that grind. I still have to cook dinner, and that's one part of consistency, staying on the diet, but that's going to be an issue here soon because I'm running out of funds and getting low on food, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I need to figure out some way of making some money right now, whether it be Upwork, if I can get a couple of people on Upwork to make some money, I don't know, or just go out and DoorDash. I didn't DoorDash this weekend, and for a really stupid reason, and that was just fear. I was letting my mind concoct the worst ideas of what was going to happen, and I never went out and DoorDashed, so that was pretty stupid, I'm going to be honest. I made no money this weekend when I should have, and yeah, it was just dumb. But I'm going to figure it out, and this wouldn't even be an issue, but I know that when I get into sales, I'm not going to be a killer salesman off rip. I'm going to keep the mindset of it, but honestly, I don't think I'm going to be a killer off rip. And I make money off of commission, so if I don't sell, I don't make money, and that's an issue for me. Because right now I need money, and I need money for a lot of different reasons, for a car, for food. So me not making money means I'm going to have to figure out a new way to make some money while I go through this down period. And that's why I was thinking DoorDash, but clearly that didn't work because I didn't even go out. But that doesn't mean that's the end. I can still go out and DoorDash. Markets are always open every day. I could still go out tonight. Do I want to though? Not necessarily. I'm pretty tired, but it's one of those things where you're not always going to want to do it, and you got to do it. But I don't know. I'm just so stressed out with everything, and there's a lot going on, and I would want to get a good night's rest as well. Start my day off at 5 a.m. Monday. I go to training at 12 and then it ends at 4. But I want to get, again, a good night's rest, prepare myself for tomorrow, and get at it. first thing, cold plunge, and get in the shower and get some work done before I go. Then when I get there, do training, come back home, and work on the business some more. My client sent over the VSL. I wasn't able to check it out yet, so we'll see how that looks, and then we'll edit as needed. We're also going to be implementing some new content things, or some new content concepts. So we're going to be changing up the content a little bit, moving away from the style he's doing, because I know if we switch this over, it's going to bring in a lot more of that target customer that we're looking for. I've built out the whole funnel for now, and it's really just got to get put out into the market and see how it performs. But we built it out, or I've built it out. No, because we built it out. Both of our ideas came together. So we built it out. I just said that 40 times. We've built it out, and now we've just got to get it out in front of people and really solidify that content, get that right. Because content is really what sells as a creator. If your content's solid, then there's really not much that's gonna get in the way. But that content builds a lot of different things. It's not just videos. It builds trust, it builds awareness, and ultimately gets them to buy. But they can't do that if the content isn't in the right manner for those duties. Because if your content's just a copy of what everyone else is doing or what the top creators are doing, that's not necessarily going to work for you. Because one, you're not that creator, and two, that's not your audience. Sometimes maybe you are targeting the same audience, but for the most part, that's not your audience, and it's not going to work for you for that reason. You've got to make content for your audience, and you've got to focus on your stage of content. Like right now, we're going to focus on building awareness and building authority in his niche, and then we'll worry about pitching and all of that. But I'm really going to just soft sell for the time being. I don't want to do hard pitches on these platforms and make it look like it's just a money thing. You want to give value and then eventually turn that value into profit. But I'm new to this. I'm figuring it out as I go. And I'm just glad I get an opportunity to do this. And I've done pretty well so far. It's just the start of this. So we got to see how it goes. But staying consistent, showing up every day, just trying to become better. And I'm doing well so far, but it's only been a week or so we gotta double down and really lock in. But I'm at the end of the walk, so I'll talk to you guys when I'm done walking the other dog. I'll probably be cooking when I see you guys next. Peace, guys. What's up, guys? So, finished cooking dinner probably 2 hours ago, and as I do best, I never update you guys, but I got one video uploaded, title, everything, that you can watch right now. I got another one uploading, and I'm pretty much done with work for the day. I transferred my affirmations from my old journal into my new one, and I'm looking for jobs on Upwork to work for people so I can make some money on the side with my copywriting skills, but I don't know if I'll be able to find one. So who knows? I'm gonna try and just post a listing and see if I can land a job. But as of right now, it doesn't look too well. and I need some money to keep on like moving while I'm not making money. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm I'm gonna get into stretching and then probably do red light and just get that all done out of the way now so I don't have to worry about it later. So that's where I'm at right now. I will talk to you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so let me turn up the exposure. So I just finished the arm portion of my warm-up, or not my warm-up, but my stretching. Now I'm moving down to my wrists. I start from top to bottom and I just stretch everything out. I think stretching is very important for the mind, the body, because all the stress I put on it during the week needs to be released. So, for example, when I'm working out, I'm slamming sets to failure and putting all this strain on my muscles, and then now they're all tore up, because that's how training works. You put small tears in your muscles, and then when those tears heal, it gives you a bigger muscle. So you're putting all this strain, tearing your muscles, and then you're not taking care of them after, and that's why I like to stretch. It loosens them up, it promotes faster recovery, it does a lot of good things for your body, for your muscles, and as I said before, your mind, because I'm just sitting here, no music, dead silent, I'm just stretching. And stretching, it's almost a form of meditation for me. It's silent. I'm letting my body loosen up, and it feels great. So now I'm on to the leg portion. No, I'm not trying to thirst trap. Not having it. But now I'm on to the leg portion. It is a little out of pocket, the stretches I do for the leg portion. I'm gonna run you guys down on it, let you see what they look like, but my legs are probably the tightest part. Oh yeah, actually, forgot a stretch. So, back. I do this stretch all the time. It feels amazing on your back. It's, just feel it loosen up, and it just feels great. I don't know what you call it, but this feels great. Especially if any of you guys work in an office or do any kind of work where you're sitting hunched all day and putting stress on your back, this feels like a reset. It's one of my favorite stretches, if not my favorite. Just the relief you get from doing it. It's unexplainable. And I feel like the benefit that you get from it is also makes it so worth it. Because you gotta think, all day we stare at our phones or our laptops, whatever we're doing. We're all hunched and tight. And then that just loosens everything up because you're really getting in there. And that's another thing I feel like stretching does for us as humans and as workers, people who are on our computers or we're in the office. Our bodies are just so clumped up and tight. Think about over the years what that's going to do. It's going to eventually turn you into what you don't want to be, aka a hunchback. And it's no good. Hunchback, it looks painful, and it also looks bad. And doing these things resets that and gives you the chance to not have a hunchback. Because as you get older and the less you move, the more your body is going to get tight. And it's no question to skip it. It's way too many people skip stretching and ignore it. People go to the gym. And then also adults. Like a lot of adults probably had the opportunity to do it, and they didn't do it, and now they're all tight. Versus if you put in the steps now and do the hard work now, you won't have to worry about it later. Because, at least for me, I want to be that 50-year-old, 60-year-old dad who's still playing around with his kids in the gym, just active and healthy. Because I think as years go on, we're only going to get more unhealthy. And we're going to move less. And it's going to be rare to find more people in shape. And stuff like this, where you're squatted down. It looks funny, looks stupid, but it's going to give you healthy knees for the rest of your life. And again, we've got to take care of what we have. You only get one body, one chance to do right by it. And if you miss your chance, guess what? You're cooked. You are cooked. So, try and take care of it. It's hard. It's boring. It's not what you want to do on a Sunday night. But the payoff's well worth it. Yesterday was legs, so this feels amazing. Feels amazing on the legs. And guys, I didn't build this routine from anyone or any video. I just came up with it on my own, and I think that's the best routine for anyone. You just got to do things and try things, and you'll build a routine that fits well for you and works well for you. It's just because one guy's routine who's got the physique you want, or just because you see a guy do a stretching routine who has your dream physique, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Everyone's routines and systems, they work for them. Just because my routine and my system works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And that was a hard truth I had to understand. I would see these guys with crazy physiques, and I thought I had to have their routines to build their physiques. In all reality, that's just wrong. You gotta find something that works for you. Now, this stretch I'm about to do is really good for the hips. That one was really good for the hips, but this one, way, way better. If you guys didn't know, sitting all day kills your hips. Makes them very tight And a lot of your problems come from your hips. Tight hips. So, keeping them loose is smart. And stretches like these open them up, keep them loosey-goosey and ready for action. Oh my. That pimple on my knee just popped. That's crazy. But it's good to keep them loose. And I like to just move around a lot, get my body in weird positions. And I know that sounds out of pocket, but seriously, just moving in ways. You shouldn't really be able to, quote unquote. And helps you loosen up, like squatting, deep squats. They're really good for your hips. And for your knees. Keeps them young. Now I guess we'll find out in 10 years if this routine I followed really did do everything I thought it did. I just got in a car accident the other day, and I've been in one previously, so those will probably take quite the toll on my body. Actually, I've been in 3. I also played football. So, my body's taking quite the beating. So, if it comes out strong, we'll know where it came from. But I think either way, even if I'm still in pain at 60, it'll be a lot less than what I was supposed to be in. Alright, now I'm gonna do one that looks sus, but super good for the hips. right now. I feel like I own a fitness channel. What time is it? 9:40. GG. Tight. Oh. And now, last one, the most sus one. And that is stretching complete. I'll talk to you guys when I am booting up the red light. Talk to you in a bit. Peace, guys. Alright, guys, I'm in the red light. Got the B-Blay. I'm going to read my daily 2 pages, and then we will hop on journaling. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Alright, guys, just finished red light. Now I'm gonna move to journaling. Not too sure what it's talking about in the Bible. I think God's giving them like an idea of how to build an altar in Exodus. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna journal. Talk to you guys in a minute. What's up, guys? Just finished journaling. I got these new journals. I got one for my business notes and then one for my journaling. I'm getting the last video uploaded. I've gotten 2 uploaded with titles ready to go. And then here's my to-do list. Almost pulled the cord out of the wall for tomorrow. So got everything set up. I'm ready to go for tomorrow. Today was solid. I'm keeping that initiative that I need to succeed and to grow. I'm not stopping. I've told you guys, I don't give up. And I've come way too far to give up. And it's only a matter of time. And something I was reflecting on in my journal is how far I've come. As much as I get caught up in it and I forget, to think about a year ago where I started, I've come so far. Even though I haven't reached any of those big goals that I do all this for, I remember telling my doctor that I was just getting into e-com and like telling him about it and how clueless I was of where I would be in a year. And now to see where I've made it in a year, just from like learning one business model, it's crazy. It got me into content, it got me into marketing, and I have a client right now. I might not be making money with him yet, but I've come very far from where I started a year ago, and I'm close. And it just shows that if you have a vision and you go after it every day, you will eventually reach it. I'm getting close. My fingertips are just grasping it. And now, if I just double down, keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna make it. And now I have a sales job that's gonna triple what I've learned and what I'm building. So I'm excited for what's to come. I finished How to Write a Good Advertisement right after I read the Bible. So that book is done, and we are now moving on to The Tested Advertising Methods by John Caples, and then also Spin Selling by Neil, I think, Rackham, to build on my selling skills and then still focus on learning copywriting. So, with that being said, that's the end of today's video. It's 11:17. I might watch a movie or something, wind down, and then hit hay at 12. So, hope you guys have a great night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed it, comment anything new you want to see, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Thanks, guys.